Have you ever reread a message and suddenly realized it means something completely different? Like your friend says, I'll come, but depending on the day, it could mean I'll come, I might come, I will not come, or I will come, but emotionally I have already left. Welcome back to Theory That Doesn't Make You Cry, the only series where confusion is academically approved. And today, post-structuralism, the theory that takes all the meanings you thought you understood and whispers, sweetie, no. So, what is post-structuralism? Let's keep it honest. If structuralism says meaning comes from structure, post-structuralism says, which structure? Where? Show me. I don't trust anything. Post-structuralism believes meaning is unstable, language is slippery, no interpretation is final, everything depends on context. Think of structuralism as the elder sibling who follows rules. Post-structuralism is the younger sibling who says, I acknowledge your rules, but also no. If structuralism builds a stable house, post-structuralism opens all the doors so the wind of meaning can blow everything around. Everything becomes fluid, everything becomes negotiable. It's not chaos, it's freedom. And now let's see Derrida and deconstruction. Post-structuralism's favorite child is Jacques Derrida. If confusion were an Olympic sport, he'd win gold, silver and bronze. He gave us deconstruction, which is not destroying the text, saying nothing matters, or shouting down with literature. Deconstruction simply asks, what does this text accidentally reveal about itself? Because Derrida believed texts contradict themselves, words don't have stable meanings, meaning is always deferred. He called this difference, spelled strangely because he is Derrida. For example, if a poem says love is eternal, deconstruction looks for the cracks. Why does the poet need to say this? Is love actually eternal in the poem? What fears or contradictions are hidden beneath the statement? Deconstruction shows that texts are not stable containers of meaning. They wobble, they leak, and the wobbling is the meaning. And now let's talk about real life. You text a friend, are you coming? And they reply, yes. What does it mean? Yes, I'm coming right now. Or, yes, I'll leave in 2 hours. Or, yes, because I'm scared to say no. Or, yes, because I'm lying and staying home in my pajamas. Or, yes, but the tone was sarcastic. Or, yes, but emotionally they meant no. This, my friends, is post-structuralism. Same text, different interpretations. Meaning keeps shifting like a Bollywood plot twist. And now, a literary example. Let's take Shakespeare's Hamlet. Structuralist vision, it's a play about indecision and revenge. Post-structuralist version. Actually, the play keeps undermining its own arguments. Examples. Hamlet says he will act, but doesn't. Claudius prays, but doesn't mean it. Ophelia obeys, but collapses under the obedience. The ghost tells the truth, or maybe lies. Post-structuralism reminds us there is no single message, there is no final interpretation. A text isn't a container of meaning, it's a site of endless meaning making. And now let's see key ideas of post-structuralism. To truly understand post-structuralism, keep these 5 truths in mind. Meaning is never fixed. It shifts with context, time and reader. Language contradicts itself. Words depend on other unstable words. Binaries are fake confidence tricks. Good, evil, male, female, rational, irrational. Always unequal, always unstable. The author is not the boss. Roland Barthes said, Death of the author, meaning belongs to readers, not writers. Power shapes meaning. Michel Foucault. Power produces truth. Society defines what is true, not the text alone. Together, these ideas create a world where meaning is flexible, dynamic, and alive. And now, some UGC NET essentials. For your NET exam, here's what you must remember. Derrida, deconstruction, difference. Barthes, death of the author. Foucault, discourse, power or knowledge. Meaning is unstable. No text has a single center or origin. Interpretation is finite. And typical NET questions would be, what does deconstruction do? Who introduced the term difference? Who argued that the author is dead? And according to post-structuralists, meaning is fixed, universal, determined by reader or stable. And now we come to the core metaphor. Imagine meaning is like water. Structuralism puts it in a bottle and says, look, stable. And post-structuralism pours it all out and says, now see how it flows. Meaning is not a container. Meaning is movement. And finally, conclusion. So that was post-structuralism, the theory that doesn't make you cry, although it might make you doubt everything you've ever read. It teaches us meaning is not fixed, texts are playful, interpretation is personal, language is slippery, and truth is plural. Confusing? Yes. Liberating? Absolutely. In the next video, we meet the one theory that fights patriarchy with academic fury, feminist theory, where patriarchy retires early due to burnout. And until then, goodbye and thank you.